Department of Health is going to be the first state to officially recommend against the COVID-19 vaccines for healthy children.
You have this lack of trust in the medical establishment and in the CDC and the politicization of those institutions, and that's not going to bode well for us as a society going forward. An aversion to actual data if it conflicts with the narrative, and then really a failure to weigh costs and benefits, whether that's lockdowns, whether that's school closures, or whether that's even something about whether a healthy 7-year-old kid should get the COVID vaccines.
Thanks for President Trump. What about the polio vaccine?
Well, I'm a big believer in it, and I think everything should be looked at, but I'm a big believer in the polio vaccine, the Salk vaccine.
Do you think schools should mandate vaccines? Do you think schools should mandate vaccines?
I don't like mandates. I'm not a big mandate person, so I was against mandates. Mostly Democrat governors did the mandates, and they did a very poor thing. It was, in retrospect, they made a big mistake having to do with the education of children. They lost like a year, 2 years of their lives. The mandate was a bad thing. I was against the mandate.
I'm going to require, and first of all, anybody who wants to take a vaccine, I'm not going to get in their way. If you want a vaccine, or if you want to vaccinate your children, those vaccines will be available. But I am going to tell the truth to Americans, and I'm going to do for the first time good science, right? When I was a kid, there were 3 vaccines, and I took all 3. There were 3 that were mandatory, that were recommended, which essentially means mandatory, and I was compliant. Today there are 72, and we're going up to now, I think, 77 or 79 with the annual COVID vaccines. So, and not one of those vaccines, with the exception of the COVID vaccine, not one of those vaccines has been tested prior to licensure in placebo-controlled trials, which are required for every other medication. So what I would do as president is I would require placebo-controlled trials, long-term safety trials that will look at efficacy, will look at safety.
Fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the they're doing.